What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and we are here to surrender to the divine with our full moon video. This one is going to be a fixed moon, so we need to hold our vision during this time, and we need to show the world our real selves, because this moon, the buck moon, comes to us in Aquarius, technically reaching its peak at 12:36 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time on the 24th. So depending on your time zone, that may end up being that it reaches its peak during the 23rd for you. It may also already be visible when it reaches its peak for you if you are on that side of the earth. Named the buck moon. The naming for this moon is derived from sorry, just trying to fix up my cards here. It's derived from the time of year when deers, and obviously particularly male deers, would have their antlers fully grown. The naming convention takes roots from Native American and European cultures. Again, the moon is going to come to us in the air sign of Aquarius, which is known as the innovator, which will also bring with it a welcome change from the fluid, heightened sensitivity of the last few weeks. The full moon also will be arriving at the same time that we will be drawing the water sign of Cancer to a close, and opening the door to the new Leo season. Leo also being a fixed sign. Not only that, but the moon being in an air sign, the sun being in a fire sign. Both of our celestial bodies are in what are referred to as masculine signs, or positive signs. I don't really like using those words because obviously, you know, women and non-binary, you know, can be Leos and Aquariuses as well. But it's more talking about like north and south, as far as like, you know, opposites attract sort of a deal. So it's not positive as in like these are the good parts, and negative as in these are the bad parts. It's positive and negative as in like the type of electrical charge that they hold, sort of a thing. They're the same but different, sort of a thing. They oppose each other in a sense. So yeah, two positively charged fixed signs. This is definitely going to be a time to hold your ground. It says here, it's auspicious timing that can help us make the energetic shift we need to take in order to approach the second half of the year with enthusiasm, but also objectivity. And God knows I need that right now, because there is a lot going on for me personally. And finding the time to do it all is an insane task. But I really feel up to the challenge. So here's hoping, and you will be able to catch me tomorrow full making moon water, because I got some things that I'm manifesting hardcore, and I need as much help with it as I possibly can. So yeah. Cancer season, it says here, is often an emotional time fraught with hypersensitivity. It's a time when people are at their most compassionate, but it can also be mentally and emotionally taxing. Leo season, on the other hand, is all about high energy, confidence, and outgoingness. Extroversion would have been an easier word to put there. It's quite a change in tone, but our full moon is here to help us manage this transition. So how will our buck moon affect us? So it says here that full moons represent the climax of the lunar cycle. It's the peak of energy, the crest of the bell curve, and it's time to harvest the seeds and manifestations that you put into, that you planted during the new moon. Now is also the time you'll see the benefits of any hard work that you've invested in those manifestations. And like the themes and stuff of that current lunation. So it's important to embrace the right energy and reject what doesn't serve you. As this moon sits in Aquarius, its effects will be far-reaching. Aquarius is, as an air sign should be, a thinker and a true innovator, as well as a trained communicator. They are champions of social justice, and these are the ones that rebel against conformity. They are technologically savvy, and if you know an Aquarius, I happen to have one as a brother, you'll find these people are people that help you better understand the world around you. So our full moon in Aquarius will give us a reinvigorated energy to create and innovate. It's also a moment when you'll be hit with the big brainwaves, the big ideas, and as well as like ingenious business ideas. This is when all of like the big ideas are going to come out. All of the smart plans. Now is a moment. I've overlooked that bit. If you should choose to embrace the energy of the moon, communication will flow easily, and you'll feel impassioned to be the best version of yourself. So if you've really been meaning to get back to the gym like I have, this is it. This is the time to do it. Sort of take this as, look, it's going to be on the 24th of July. Take this as Christmas in July, and do yourself a favor and make your New Year resolution and put that into effect. Now is as good a time as any. There is a lot of energy being released that's going to enable you to put all of these big ideas into action. And to not really back down from these ideas, and stand your ground in that regard. So you might as well do it. Make the most of the motivational shift in energy, not only between the changing of the seasons within Cancer and Leo, but also this big idea energy that the moon's going to be giving off, being in Aquarius. This moon is going to be intense, but it will offer us all the opportunity for many positive changes. The problems arise from Aquarius's reluctance to open up and its aloofness. While Aquarius is deeply emotional, it's a sign that prefers to put its feelings in a box. And the article says and push it aside, but if we're being completely honest, they bolt that thing down to a boat, send it out to the middle of the ocean, burn that boat, have it sink, and then, declare that part of the world a hazardous area or something, so that no one goes there ever again. That's where their emotions are. They don't like to connect with them. For this reason, Aquarius is not always the easiest person to share a relationship with. Wonder why. So we'll all need to resist that Aquarian urge to just sort of brush off emotions and ignore the feelings of others and of ourselves. Again, massive shift from just coming from easily the most emotional sign in the zodiac. So it's going to be a big shift here in this moon. Nothing good comes from ignoring issues of the heart. It's better to unpack it all now rather than letting everything boil over at a later date. We'd all be advised to keep this in mind as we approach the moon and the days around it. Feeling your feelings is a strength, not a weakness, it says. So which signs are going to be most affected? Fellow air sign Gemini will be feeling especially at home during this full moon. The enhanced communicative energy of this moon is exactly the mood Geminis thrive in. They'll love to talk and they'll very much enjoy that the feelings around them are now mutual. Geminis also have a strong sense of social justice and thrive on this commonality with Aquarius. Capricorns, likewise, will be feeling like the pieces of the puzzle are coming together. These no-fuss signs will actually enjoy the Aquarian energy that encourages us to table our feelings for a later date. Emotions can be a hassle, and Capricorns will enjoy a mess-free moment to dig into their work. The innovative energy of Aquarius will also serve them well, helping them to work toward their bigger goals. Now, it may seem unlikely, but Pisces will also do well under the innovative energy of Aquarius. Although these people won't entirely vibe with the Aquarian sense of aloofness, they will absolutely click with the renewed sense of innovation. Pisces is a sign that loves to colour outside of the lines and think outside the box, and also sort of think of things in a new way. And Aquarius's entrepreneurial energy will help them fuel this passion. Unfortunately, Cancer's going to have a little bit more trouble, which we knew was going to happen. This deeply emotional sign relates to others through heartfelt moments, with everyone feeling more willing to bottle their feelings. Cancer may be feeling lonely and craving deeper engagement. And that's all we've got from this article. I think for myself, being an air sign, being a Libra myself, in fact, pretty much all of my family are air signs except for my sister, who's a Capricorn, and we know she's going to do well here. So obviously Aquarians are going to do really well in their own moon. It's really just going to heighten everything about them, sort of thing. It's going to elevate their energy to like the next level, sort of a thing. But then there's also, it's an air sign, so I feel like while Geminis might get a bit of a spike out of that, Libras will also do the same, because a lot of pieces of the puzzle are falling into place right now. It is a time where, I've noticed lately that a whole bunch of my friends have just sort of suddenly released these big emotional like their bottles have sort of been unscrewed a little bit, and there's been a big spill of emotion. And I think that's because anymore, and they were just gonna sort of explode, and maybe subconsciously we all knew that this energy was coming. So it's kind of interesting that that's been the case recently. And yeah, there's just a lot of things at the moment where I feel like this moon's going to be really good for me as well, as a Libra. That big idea energy, my friend in Sydney who I went to Comic-Con and Mardi Gras and even was on a film set with him last month. Even he came to me and he was like, hey, let's do this as a feature-length documentary. So I'm now working on a feature-length documentary with him because of what started out as just like a joke on my part, you know, something that I sort of threw out there to make everyone laugh and sort of bond with everybody on the film set when I was there. And he's now taking it as a serious concept and we're developing it together, which is really cool. So this big idea energy has started to come out a lot, and this sort of release of emotions in preparation for this very emotionally restrictive time has definitely been something I've noticed. So yeah, it's kind of interesting that especially within this last week that's been the case. But yeah, anyway, that's all I've got for this video. If you are new here, please hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that notification bell as well. And again, or maybe I did at the beginning, but the link for the article that I read will be in the description down below. While you're there, if you enjoyed this video, give it a big old thumbs up, and until next time guys, keep your head screwed on.